Yeah, beat your addiction, live free. Ralf Friedrichs is who you see. Listen in when you're feeling low. Take back your life, today's show. Beat your addiction, live free. Ralf Friedrichs is who you see. Listen in when you're feeling low. Take back your life, today's show. Stay positive, hope, and keep faith. Stand strong against any odds that you face. Put away the alcohol and the drugs. Fill your time with the things you love. Addiction is tough, but it's worth the work. Treat your body what it's worth. Spread positivity, inspire all. If we stand together, we will never fall. I help others see the other sides of life. A sober life, letting go of the strife. So give me a call, I can help. 1-844-4405-HELP. Homeless shelters, hospitals, jails, wherever you are. I am Ralf Friedrichs and I am here for you. 1-844-405-HELP. Yeah, change your future, starts today. Live life to the fullest, never skip a day. Create hope, spread positivity. Beat your addictions and negativity. Ralf Friedrichs is here for you. Call today so we can help you. 1-844-405-HELP. 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 We are here for you. Call us today.
Hello, my name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm an addiction recovery coach and the host of the Take Your Life Back Today show. As an addiction recovery coach, I want to share something with you, and let me be crystal clear, because I'd like to leave an everlasting impact upon you all. Imagine, just imagine, being buried alive. You're in a coffin, but you know you're not dead. You don't know how to get out of that coffin, so you start trying to lift the lid, but the enormous weight of the dirt upon the lid is preventing that lid from opening. You just think, today you're going to die. But then you think, maybe if I bang on the lid really hard, that maybe, just maybe, somebody might notice the dirt unsettle upon the grave and start digging their way down to help you. Today might be your last day. Usually, though, people don't think about death when they're habitually abusing drugs and alcohol. This is what it's like to find yourself at the lowest point of alcohol and drug addiction. You know you need help, you know you can't do it on your own, but you don't know where to turn. In reality, folks, there are probably people standing by your grave. You just don't know that. You just think you're going to die. In order to feed an addiction, you have to be great at repressing the fear of death. I often ask you, my audience, did it ever cross your mind that when you were abusing drugs and alcohol, that maybe, just maybe, you might be taking away something that the Lord Jesus Christ had given you, a thing called life? Not just take it away from you, but more selfishly, you are taking your life away from the people that love and count on you most. Your children, your grandchildren, your husband, your wives, your mother and your fathers. With this, let me leave one last thought. Don't be the person I'm reading about on these index cards that waited and waited until it was too late. Don't be the person that's in the grave trying to unsettle the dirt so somebody might notice and dig their way down to help. Hints do not get you help. Actions do. If you have issues, ask for help. If you have alcohol issues, drug issues, depression issues, low self-esteem issues, if you're being bullied, ask for help. There is no shame in asking for help, but there is, or it is very shameful if you wait until it's too late. People like Larry Geis from the Geis Academy, 516-458-2741. Larry Geis is an addiction recovery coach. Him, like myself, always tell people like you, it doesn't matter where you came from, it doesn't matter where you've been, what matters most is just that you're here asking for help today. Reach out to Larry Geis from the Geis Academy at 516-458-2741, or you can Google him at www.odysseyconsultant.org. That's Larry Geis from the Geis Academy. He and I will help you take back your life. Today I want to talk about 5 rewarding reasons to take a second job. A lot of people talk about supplementing income, and I, for one, am one of them. I recently went for a, if you want to call this, a job interview. And, you know, not to toot my own horn, but I have a very impressive resume. And a consistent resume, and it consists of a lot of optics in my background for the last 30 years. Of course, my show is included, but I went for this interview, and it was, unfortunately, I turned it down because it was such a minimal paying job. Would have been rewarding for me because I love dealing with the public, but at the minimum wage I had to turn it down. But this job was at a local theater, and I would have been a greeter, a ticket taker. Would have been a job nice to supplement my income. But the thing here is that how can a theater charge so much for popcorn, soda, and candy, and the movie itself, and yet pay their employees a minimum wage? But there are rewarding reasons to take a second job other than the money involved. And I want to discuss those 5 rewarding issues with you. So put money aside and think about this. Whether you're looking for extra cash or to make new friends, getting a second job can help you achieve those goals. Many people consider taking a second job to pay off bills, like I wanted to do. But there are other reasons to take more work, like I also wanted to do, to meet new people. People find they need second jobs to bump up their income, stay active in a target industry, and build skills, says Charles Purdy, a senior editor of the Monster Worldwide online job based in New York, Monster.com. While it's tough to find even a primary job in a struggling economy, experts say landing a second job might be easier if you are flexible. And flexibility should not include settling on a minimum wage job at $7, and I believe it's either $7.75 an hour or $8 an hour, which is totally ridiculous. Part-time jobs are easy to come by, particularly if you are willing to work off hours, weekends, evenings, and early mornings, says Rick Parker, Senior Vice President of Marketing of Snag-a-Job, an online job website located in Richmond, Virginia. From earning extra income to boosting your resume, here are the 5 reasons that I believe you might want a second job. Number 1, of course, has to be to earn extra income. The primary reason most people get a second job is to earn extra income, whether it's to pay off debt, cover vacation or seasonal expenses, or to add to their current income. We hear frequently from job seekers that they are taking a second job with a specific purchase in mind, Parker says. However, for many others, taking a second job will mean making the mortgage payment that month. A study in August by Chicago-based CareerBuilder.com, which is also an online job search engine, found 40% of full-time workers usually or always live paycheck to paycheck just to make ends meet. A steady job often isn't enough to get by, prompting people to find additional work, says Ryan Hunt, a career advisor at the same CareerBuilder.com. Number 2 is to beef up your resume, which is something I really don't want to do. You know, your resume, when it starts going into 2, 3, 4 pages, it's getting quite extensive. For college graduates who can't find work, or for people thinking of switching careers, taking a second job is a surefire way to add experience to their resume. The trick, finding a part-time job in an industry where you want to work. Let's say you want to work at a customer-facing industry, but you don't have much experience. Taking a part-time job in the retail or service industry can help you, says Parker. The job doesn't necessarily have to be a paid gig. You might want to do internship. Purdy says taking an unpaid internship or donating your time is worthwhile, and it gives you the experience you need to put on your resume. Folks, this show that I do is a non-paying job, yet it enhances my resume. And more importantly, it helps people like you. Many employers are having trouble recruiting candidates with the right skills, says Career Builders Hunt. If the second job allows you to learn something that could land you a better position down the road, that is a major step in the right direction. Number 3, test drive a new industry. Looking to open your own business or move into an entirely different industry? Taking a second job may be a great way to test drive that field. Purdy says it's also a viable way to network with people in the field. Many people looking to start their own business will do a side job in the industry before making the leap to a full-time job so they can see what it's like. For people starting their own business, it makes tons of sense to work in that industry, not to only learn what it takes to be successful, but to determine whether or not the industry is what you really want to do. Reason number 4 is lower the risk of primary job loss. Let's face it, the job market is less than stellar these days, and workers have a real fear of losing their jobs, especially since many full-time employees are living paycheck to paycheck. To mitigate that risk, people are taking second jobs. A lot of workers are still leery about job security, making a second job a popular safety net, something to fall back on in case the first job doesn't work too well. A lot of workers are still relying on that second job for those reasons, says Hunt. However, workers who take this path need to make sure that their performance doesn't deteriorate due to increased workload of being overworked, folks. According to Parker, taking a second job especially makes sense if, during layoffs, on your first job, or if they're possibly ready to happen, or in the future they are talking about cutting down hours. It will not only increase your nest egg, but it may be a way to get into the door of the company, since many employers look for workers who are willing to move from part-time to full-time. He also points out that most states will let you work part-time and still collect some unemployment benefits, folks. Reason number 5, enhance your social life. New to the city or town, or have little interaction in your primary job? Taking a second job may be an ideal way to meet new people. Getting part-time work to improve social life probably happens more than you can imagine, says Parker. He says a great place to meet friends is in the hospitality industry, whether it's waiting on tables or serving drinks. Second job also can be a way to connect with people whose similar interests. For instance, if you take a seasonal job at a ski resort, it is a great way to socialize with other skiers and perks for free tickets. But if socializing is the goal, make sure that your job is in an industry that you perceive to be fun. You probably aren't going to join a job to sweep the streets if you want to make new friends and socialize. Folks, these were the 5, and I'm going to go over them briefly. 5 rewarding reasons to take a second job. Again, my story to you folks is, I've been in the optical industry for over 30 years. Things got slow with my present job. Money is not as steady. Money is not as much. Therefore, I started looking to supplement my income. I find it very insulting. Now, I don't expect to make what I make in the optical business in any part-time position. But what I do expect is fairness. So I go for this interview, and I thought being a greeter, being that I love to communicate with people like I am doing with you right now, being a greeter at a theater is a great job. And I thought to myself prior to the interview, okay, they charge tons of money for candy and popcorn and soda and tickets. They have to be paying at least equivalent to a supermarket. I thought $10, $11, $12 an hour. I was proven to be wrong. As I sat there, not only are there wishes for me to be there 24/7, 365, meaning through every holiday, at any hour of the day between 9 a.m. and 12 a.m., not only are their requirements so steep, their pay is so low. When this particular, I guess he was a manager at this particular theater, told me minimum wage, it didn't dawn on me until after I left. And as I was shopping with my wife at a supermarket, I decided to call this particular manager at this particular theater and withdraw my application. And it's not a matter, do I think I'm worth more, because I am in a different field when I'm doing this part-time position. So I expect to get far less. But I find it insulting that any theater, in any location, any town, at any state, has the nerve to charge you and I and our children $10 to $15 for a popcorn, a soda, and candy. To charge $10 to see a movie for each, and yet to pay their help, people like me, minimum wage, to stand there with a smile on our face and greet people like you and I walking in. Therefore, I made that decision not to follow through with this extra income, extra supplementary income for myself, and look for something a little different. I would rather, as I've heard, for $9, $10, $11 an hour, bag at a supermarket for $10 or $11 an hour before I settle for minimum wage, greeting people with a smile, for me to be happy, to make them feel good, knowing that this particular theater or any theater charges an arm and a leg to entertain you and I and our children. Shame on the movie industry for treating their potential and present employees with such disrespect and without careness. Here are the 5 reasons. To earn extra income is Reason number 1 to take a second job. To beef up your resume is reason number 2 to take a second job. To test drive a new industry if you want to change fields. Reason number 3. Reason number 4 is to lower the risk of loss of your primary job. And last but not least is to enhance your social life. If you want to enhance your social life, you need to do things that are out in the public. Don't take a second job as a street sweeper or as a cesspool cleaner, because it's not going to enhance your social life. Folks, I hope to God that no matter where you're watching me, that you have the best day of your life. But I hope and I pray, no matter who and where you're watching me, that you have a sober rest of your life. And please, if you're looking for a second job, think before you make a decision. You need to enjoy your second job. It should be a job that you go to because you want to earn extra income for one reason, a job to go to if it's for social reasons, to communicate with others. And do not, like myself, get fooled by taking a second job and settle for anything, because I, for one, will not work for minimum wage the hours that they want, the days that they want, the holidays that they want, and more importantly, when they charge you and I and our children an arm and a leg to go and utilize their facility and pay people like you and me to stand there and greet minimum wage. I refuse to do that. Folks, have a great day, and more importantly, remember, God loves you.
Yeah, change your future, starts today. Live life to the fullest, never skip a day. Create hope, spread positivity. Beat your addictions and negativity. Ralf Friedrichs is here for you. Call today so we can help you. 1-844-405-HELP. 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 We are here for you. Call us today. The show is over, but your life starts today. Taking back your life's the only way. Keep faith, stay positive, push through. Take back your life, it starts with you. Alcohol and drugs can't control your life. Let go of the negative and the strife. Ralf Friedrichs is the man guiding your way. The show is over, but your life starts today. Call Ralf Friedrichs at 1-844-405-HELP. That's 1-844-405-HELP. We hope you love the show today and tune in next time. Take back your life today show with Ralf Friedrichs.